Everyone. So let's talk about Olokun, the Orisha Olokun. As you're getting acquainted with the practice of Oshaifa, Santeria Cubana, a lot of people are going to want to learn a lot more about, who's this, who's that, who's Shango, who's Elewa, who's Oshun, who's Yemaya. But not a lot of people talk about Olokun. Olokun is a separate cult. They actually have a specific group of people who are devoted to Olokun, do rituals and ceremonies for Olokun. It was founded in Nigeria, specifically in Benin and Lagos. So Lagos, Nigeria. And there is a specific date when people get together and they celebrate Olokun. Olokun represents the bottom of the ocean. And if you're getting initiated at some point, if it's written for you to receive Olokun, I highly suggest you get Olokun because this is going to help you with not only your health, but your finances. Olokun somehow always will stabilize your money, your prosperity. See, I was someone that was consistently broke, getting laid off, always had shit jobs. Once I received my Olokun, everything just started lining up, even if I don't try. Olokun makes sure that I never go without. Olokun could be represented as a man or a woman. But for me, in the way that I was taught, Olokun's energy is a female. Why? Because Olokun had 9 children. Okay? She gave birth to 9 children. In some patakis or some stories, she was married to Orula. And there are several different things that you need to know about Olokun. And I'm going to do several videos to teach you guys. So I'm going to switch the camera around so you can see the vessel of Olokun. I'm not going to show you the secrets and the things that go inside of Olokun because obviously that's forbidden. And some of y'all are still learning and you shouldn't be exposed to things that you haven't been properly initiated in quite yet. Because remember, these are closed practices. And just to be compliant within our rules, there are certain things that you should not see. So give me a second, I'll show you Olokun. Okay, so one of the prophecies in Uroso Mei has a saying that says, no one knows what's at the bottom of the ocean except for the creator, Olodumare God, and Olokun. So what's usually at the bottom of the ocean is hidden treasures. So Olokun has a lot to do with prosperity. This is a great deity to pray to or to devote yourself to, especially if you have health problems. A lot of the background of Olokun is based in Nigeria with the Edo people or people who are based in Benin or Lagos. So they have a specific cult where they dedicate ceremonies and celebrations to Olokun. Olokun is not crowned on anyone's head. So you cannot crown Olokun. You can receive Olokun as a deity throughout your process, an initiation process through Oshaifa, but it does not go on the head of anyone. So Olokun cannot be your godfather, basically, or you could be crowned Yemaya and also receive Olokun, but Olokun is not crowned. In essence, that would be like crowning the bottom of the ocean on your head, if you think about it in a metaphysical way. The snake that is one of the tools for Olokun represents Ochumare, which is one of the patakis where I talk about where Olokun has different husbands. One is Alduduwa, another one is said that she was married to Obatala. Ochumare is another prophecy or path where Ochumare was Olokun's husband. It is prohibited to give omitutu to Olokun. At least that's the way that Maile taught me. So you do not give omitutu to Olokun. If you know, you know. Watermelon is also another thing that I wouldn't give Olokun. You can give watermelon and melon and things of that sort to Yemaya when you go to the ocean to visit, but not Olokun. So there is a double identity with Olokun. Some say it's a male, some say it's a female, some say it's both. But for me, Olokun is female. Because there are paths of Olokun that are very feminine, and it says that she has 9 children in several stories. One of the tools that I would highly recommend that you get for Olokun is the mangle rojo, or ilokogun, which is a stick. It's a wooden stick, but it's called mangle rojo. Olokun has many stories where she overcame so many obstacles, problems with money, health problems, by having this tool. So if you can look it up, it's called Mangle Rojo. I would put that on your altar if you currently have Olokun. There are 9 different masks or paths where it talks about different types of masks that Olokun has. It just depends on the type of Olokun you receive. And there are different masks that represent Olokun. I'm not going to get into that too much because I don't want to confuse you guys. Another thing that you need to know, you do not ring or sound a maraca with Olokun. With Olokun, you ring a bell. So some people might not know that, but her preferred choice of sound would be the bell. This cult is mostly governed by women in the Benin or Edo people. So again, you can do your research. A lot of people do a lot of devotion and a lot of ceremonies to Olokun for prosperity and to help fishermen when they're out in sea to be able to catch fish, to bring abundance, overcome challenges, things of that sort. Olokun is a very aggressive deity, very sensitive deity. I would say goes inside of the house in a very quiet place. I would not have arguments and yelling and screaming and all that stuff in front of your Olokun. The way I was taught in my religious houses, when you're getting ready to do offerings or ceremonies with Olokun, it is not recommending, at least the older old school santeros and babalaos have taught me, you do not look at Olokun directly. And I'm not talking about the outer vessel, I'm talking about the inside. There are 2 types of Olokuns that you can receive. One is Ififa, and the other one is Osha. This one is of Osha, or Santeria, Regla de Osha. So it contains water. The one with Ifa does not contain water. I'm not giving away anything taboo, and that's as far as I'm going to go into ceremony-wise, so you guys know the difference. But I won't provide anything else that is closed. So that's just for you guys to know. So again, if you have Olokun, I would highly recommend you put her in a very quiet place where there's not a lot of noise, a lot of movement, no arguing. Again, this is a very sensitive deity, very dangerous deity, but she is also very magical because she provides endless amounts of opportunities for those hidden treasures to wash up to the shores and help you. She is also great for prosperity and health. For businesses, to prosper in your business. And if you want to learn a little bit more about Olokun, stay tuned. I'll definitely be going into a little bit more so you guys know more about this Orisha. I know there's a lot of popular Orishas, Oshun, Yemaya, Shango, Elewa, that people really are starting to get acquainted with, but there are other parts in the religion and other roots or other another umbrella of different deities and what they represent and what categories they fall under. So that way you get acquainted with those as well. So we'll be talking about Duduwa. We'll be talking about Agayu. These are not as famous as Elewa or Shango or Shun, but they're just as important. So hopefully this video educates you guys a little bit. Thanks again for watching. Ache.